Hello and welcome to FLTV. I'm Michael.
And I'm Jory.
Every year our middle school goes out to different charities and serves.
The reason we serve is to the glory of God.
FLTV sent news crews with different advisories to see what they were doing to help affect our community.
We started with Miss Grant's advisory. They served our senior citizens. Ryan?
I'm Ryan Little, and I'm here with Miss Grant's advisory at the Lutheran Senior Center. Let's go inside to see what's happening. Students of Mrs. Grant's advisory came here as an effort to help out during the service event. Here's what Ryan Hughes had to say about assisting the local community.
I think it feels great. I think it's very important to help out the community. It shows that we are willing to serve, and it shows that we are Christians.
Mrs. Grant expands on why her advisory chose the senior center as their destination for the service event.
I think that serving seniors is often forgotten, and seniors do need a lot of help, and this particular center needed some cleaning done, and we were able to help them with that.
Service can have many different meanings. Let's hear what people have to say about service.
Service to me is you being willing to help out others with tasks that they are unable to do.
The Lutheran coordinator tells us how the service event impacts their organization.
It's very helpful for me as the coordinator of the center because I don't often get extra help, and it allows me to get things done that we don't necessarily have time to do in our everyday work schedule.
It appears all is going well at the Lutheran Senior Center and everyone is having fun. For FLTV, I'm Ryan Little. See you back in the studio.
It is so nice to see our students serving the elderly. Now let's check in with an advisor who served a younger crowd.
I went with Mr. Frederick's advisory to Whitney Elementary. I'm here on the bus with Mr. Frederick and Mrs. Danglis' advisory. We're going to Whitney Elementary for our service event. Are you guys ready? We went with Mr. Frederick's and Mrs. Danglis' advisory to Whitney Elementary to ask students and teachers how we impacted the kids that day.
I think I have a big impact on these kids because they don't get food most of the time on the weekends, so packing bags for the food with food is good for them.
Well, we had a big impact on them today because a lot of these kids are low income and they don't get food. The only meal they eat is the meal they eat at school, and so we packed lunches, and so we had an impact on the way that they live their day-to-day lives.
This service event strengthened the faith of many students and teachers.
Well, I know when I go home that I get food every day, and some of these kids don't, so I know I'm blessed and that helping them can help their faith.
Well, I just think that these kind of opportunities, it shows you just how blessed we are at this school and how less fortunate some other people are, and so the faith that I have in God, giving us and our kids this opportunity is just awesome.
Everyone agreed that they would do this again in the future.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Ms. Bustos, the Whitney Elementary counselor, explained the impact that Faith students had on the kids.
I love it when Faith comes to visit our school because it's really important for my students here to see kids that are older than them and to have them come read because it makes them feel really important when the big kids come to read.
I'm Mike Yoko for FLTV, and we got a cold 30-degree weather here. Let's get on the bus and get back to Faith. I thought that was really fun.
Carter went to the Blind Center to see what...
I'm Carter Reback here at the Blind Center. Students are working hard to help out the community. Let's check out what they're doing. Students discuss how they feel about serving others.
I think it's great because we're doing it in the name of God.
I think it's a really great thing to help other people who aren't as blessed as we are.
I think it's good because it gives us a chance to see how the real world is, and we get to prepare for what it's like once we leave our house and out of the safety bubble that our parents provide for us.
I think it's a wonderful thing, especially when we're able to do it as a school with so many students going out at once. I think it's a really great opportunity for us to share with others.
They also explained if they will serve others in the future.
I think I will, but I might not be able to because of sports.
I think it would be fun to do other things that the other groups are doing, like paint over graffiti or do stuff like that.
I think in the future I'm going to do some more service events, maybe build some houses or something.
Mr. Oldenburg shares his wise opinion on how he thinks the students at Faith will be affected by the service event.
I think in a positive way. I know in my past, whenever I was able to do a service events with my friends, it gave a new light to it, and I think it'll help them be able to maybe do it more in the future because of it.
Lastly, students from Faith share their thoughts on how the service work brings them closer to God.
This brings us closer to God because we're representing Him, and He tells us to help others.
It brings me closer to God because it teaches us to help other people like He would want us to.
I think that's what God wants us to do, so whatever we do that's like God, that's always good.
Well, I think obviously recognizing what we have given to us by God and also being able to use our time and our gifts to glorify God, and then also being a part of a school that is God-centered. I think all of it and all of our decisions that we make to go out and do these things are about God, so naturally it will bring you closer to God.
Looks like a great service event this year. For FLTV, I'm Carter Reback. Back to you in the studio.
Now we head over to the kitchen to see what